Hi, Rich Pellegrino here. Rich, the Equalizer Pellegrino with the Global Woke Institute at www.howwokeami.org. Also, social media channels, YouTube channel, Global Woke Institute. You can look us up through all the channels. Um, and tonight is a special edition. I know I haven't been with you for a while. I had a touch of the flu, went through the holidays, family, uh, the changing of the guard and the government and so forth. Anyway, getting prepared for that. So here I am with a special edition on What's Going On, sung to the tune of Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye song, What's Going On? A lot of people are wondering what the heck is going on now that this new administration, led by a madman, an imbecile and madman, that 70 million people or 80 million people voted for in this country. So that tells you a lot about the mentality of people. They voted mostly out of hate or greed or both. That's the bottom line. And so now they're getting basically what they paid for. They'll be getting the results of hate and greed and bluster and bundle. But I just wanted to, I also want to tell you every Sunday, uh, we have a webinar discussion at 1 p.m. Check my sites um, for our Zoom link or Eventbrite. This month and next month, it's the real MLK, Martin Luther King, the real MLK, and the real you. If you check Eventbrite, you can find it. And it's very apropos for now because the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was the true leader, the true spiritual leader, and practical and political leader of this country, really more than any president or any other historic figure. But anyway, what's going on? So we've elected, a madman who's unleashing all types of anarchy. There's no more rule of law. He's pardoned criminals, insurrectionists, white supremacists. He's trying to round up undocumented immigrants. Doesn't have the funds or the personnel to do it, so he's trying to scare them into self deporting. All this There's all kinds of nonsense going on. There's court cases already trying to stop him. But let me just boil it down to the reality, the authentic reality, so you're not caught up in all this confusion and anarchy. There's three basic levels of reality going on, or if you want to call them reality. One is really the only reality, the true reality. The rest are illusions and delusions. You have the deep state, okay? Yeah, you've heard the term used even by the Trumpers and others. And it's a reality. There is a deep state, there is a state behind the state that controls everything. It's the corporations, it's the money state, it's the military industrial complex, it's the IMF and the World Bank, it's money and financial institutions, it's the 1% that really controls our domestic and foreign policy and our government. Okay, it's all based on greed, materialism, and power. Okay, that's a deep state. And of course, there's a lot more to it. I'm simplifying it. Okay, then you have what I will call the fake state, which are the puppets of the deep state. And that is, believe it or not, the president, the Congress, and the Supreme Court, and the lower, courts and lower divisions of government underneath that of federal government. State governments, to a lesser degree, they're more independent, and local governments to even a lesser degree again, but we're not going to get into that. So all of the confusion takes place pretty much in the puppet, the fake state, okay? And you have the ultimate faker, the other ultimate fraudster leading it right now. Um, and so uh, who doesn't know what he's doing is an imbecile, has the IQ of a child, if that much, and is just motivated by power, really an inferiority complex that turns him into a bully. So hate, greed, the lowest human qualities. Okay, and the same for his followers, a cult mentality, and that's why there's going to be chaos. The deep state will control it as best that they can, just like they did in the first administration, because their job really is to produce financial stability to feed the beast, which is the money, the banking, the financial institutions, and so forth. Okay, that's how they're trying to control the country and the world. That's another whole story on, and we can get into that, and deeper we will in our, especially in our Sunday webinars. Okay, so we have the deep state, the fake state. All of the confusion is taking place and anarchy within the fake state right now. Um, and then where you should really be putting your hopes, energy, and prayers and foundation is what I'll call the real state or the real estate. Okay. And that's what we're building. Dr. King's beloved community, getting rid of the triple evils of racism, poverty, and militarism, based on all the spiritual principles given to us by all the authentic religions and prophets, not the pseudo ones that we see here, not the political Christianity or Islam fundamentalists. That's all fake. That's part of the fake state and the deep state. Okay, it's all money and greed and power. But the true, authentic spiritual foundation are all the spiritual paths: Christianity, Judaism, Baha'i, um, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Zoroaster, all of them, and the indigenous spiritual teachings, all of them the same. That's what we mean by global wokefulness, is oneness. Okay? So we're building. We're still building. The world is building, by the way. While America is in confusion, the world is moving ahead in a super positive direction. Okay? Um, so that's what we need to focus on. Yes, we need to say, protect the people, the vulnerable people that are hurt by the fake state and the deep state. You know, that's always an ongoing thing for people of goodwill. But remember, 70 million of us voted for some stability, some positivity, for some sanity. Okay. And then another 10, 20, 30 million of us either didn't vote or voted for a third party, which was a big mistake, or can't vote because they're not citizens yet or they're too young. So we've got a huge army of over 100 million people that are positive, moving in a positive direction. That's where we need to put our energy and work with, and not worry about the what I call the bottom feeders, which are part of this fake state, part of this administration. Bottom feeders because they're motivated by hate and greed, hate or greed or both. Okay, so that's what's going on in the world right now. There's a lot of good things happening right at the grassroots in terms of organizing. Sometimes you have to have the darkness to see the light, and that's what's happening. So there'll be more of this every Sunday at 1 o'clock. You can join us. Look on Eventbrite for our uh, our webinars. Right now, they're called the Authentic MLK, or the Real MLK, and the Real You, because that's what we're trying to teach: is authentic identity. The people in the fake state that are wrapped up in it, they don't know who they are, all the way up to the president. They don't have a clue who they really are. They don't have a clue who this country is or what this world is. They're not woke. They're not awake. They're asleep, or worse. Okay, they're wallowing in the mud. And we're not going to leave them behind either. If they want to come out of that, we'll be here for them. Okay, thanks. Rich Pellegrino signing off, Global Woke Institute. Um, Feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Ciao.